Good morning, students. Today is 10th April 2021, and I am Chetna, ma'am, your biology teacher, and this video is for class 9th. And as you know that your April plus May month course is chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life. Okay, the fundamental unit of life. This is the introduction. Okay, this is the introduction. Whatever I am teaching now. Then we will start explanation of furthermore. Now listen, students. From the heading, the fundamental unit of life, cell. Right? Every living organism the body is made up of cell. Okay. Our earth is inhabited by different kinds of living organisms. Like for example, bacteria, protista, fungi, plants, animals. The bodies of living organisms are made up of the microscopic unit called as the cell. Okay. Or in other words, cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life that I am going to explain you further. First, look at what are the topics we have to study in this chapter. Right? Cell. We can study it under the three categories. First is definition. Second, discovery of cell. And third is the parts of cell. Okay. Now in parts of cell, this subtopic again categorized into the following. Look at this. Cell wall. First is the cell wall. Second, cell membrane or plasma membrane. Third one, cytoplasm. Fourth, nucleus. And the last is cell organelles. Right? Now in cell organelles, we will study about the cell organelles means that can be categorized into following: endoplasmic reticulum, in short term ER, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, plastid, vacuole, and the last is lysosomes. Okay. Now next is last topic of this chapter, that is the cell division. Okay. Cell division. Cell division can be of the two types. On the basis of the division occurs, that I am going to explain you. First is the mitosis and second is the meiosis. Okay. Mitosis and meiosis. Okay. So this is the introduction of this chapter. Now we are starting about the explanation of this chapter. Right? So first we will take the definition of cell. Okay? Definition of cell. Who discovered cell and how? Right? So you have to open page number 57, right? Page number 57. So first you will understand that what is the definition of cell. So I am going to explain you. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Functional unit of life. Okay, this is the definition of cell. who discovered cell? Right? So one scientist, he is the English botanist. English botanist named Robert Hooke. Right? Named Robert Hooke in the year 1665. In the year 1665, Robert Hooke in the year 1665, a self-designed microscope, a self-primitive design microscope, a self-primitive design microscope to observe cells in corks. Observe cells in cork. Now you are all not familiar with the word cork. What is a cork? Cork is a substance which comes from the bark of a tree, right? Cork is a substance which comes from the bark of a tree, right? This is about the cork. Now next scientist is the Leeuwenhoek. Leeuwenhoek in the year 1674 discovered the free living cells in pond water, right? Leeuwenhoek in the year 1674, living cells in pond water, right? Now next scientist, Robert Brown, he discovered the nucleus in the year 1831. Robert Brown in the year 1831, he discovered nucleus in the cell. Nucleus in the cell. Okay. Now next, I am going to tell you about the main important scientists who discovered the different terms. Like Robert Brown discovered nucleus, Leeuwenhoek living cells in pond water. Next is Purkinje. Purkinje, he coined the term Purkinje in the year 1839, right? In the year 1839, he coined the term protoplasm. Coined the term protoplasm. Okay, protoplasm. Now next is about the cell theory. Okay, cell theory. Cell theory was given by the Suchlitin and Suchwan. These two biologists or botanists are the two good friends. Cell theory. Cell theory was given by Suchlitin in the year 1838 and Suchwan in the year 1839. Okay, cell theory That means cell is made up of two types of cell, that is prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell, right? Now cell theory was further expanded by cell theory was further expanded by Virchow, right? Virchow. As he said that all cells are arising from pre-existing cells. This is given by the Virchow. That is a full explanation, suggesting that all cells are arising from pre-existing cells. Okay. In the year 1855. Got my point, all of you? Now next we are going to study about the parts of a cell, or first I am going to explain you about some invention of then the good microscopes are coming by the different scientists, because in early times microscope are not well developed, but later on time goes, then microscope well developed. Then scientists will observe that each living organisms can be divided into the two types of cell. That may be like single cell constitute a whole organism, right? That means unicellular organism and multicellular organism. Okay, unicellular organism and multicellular organism. Now unicellular means unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means organism consists of single cell, and multi means many cells. Here we will take example in single cell: amoeba, Chlamydomonas, Paramecium, bacteria. Amoeba, Chlamydomonas, Paramecium and bacteria. Okay. Now next, multicellular examples means more than one cell, like fungi, right? Some fungi, plants and animals. Fungi, plants and animals. It means it consists of many cells. है ना? So this is about the cell the introduction and cell theory, then unicellular, multicellular. Now I am going to tell you about the differences between unicellular and multicellular organism. है ना? Multicellular और unicellular organisms की क्या differences है? So that I am going to explain you. That first difference is about in unicellular organism about the size, right? Unicellular में आपके अगर देखेंगे तो you will see that size of the cell. Size of the cell, that means what about the size, and then many things are there. तो यूनिसेलुलर की अगर बात करेंगे तो सिंगल सेल एंड मल्टीसेलुलर इज मैनी सेल्स. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू अबाउट द प्रोकैरियोटिक एंड यूकैरियोटिक सेल. ओके, दैट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. प्रोकैरियोटिक एंड यूकैरियोटिक सेल. तो डायग्राम इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, राइट? Prokaryotic eukaryotic cell. Okay, the differences is most important. First I am going to draw the diagram of prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So in prokaryotic cell, that means, for example, we will take prokaryotic cell of bacteria, right? The virus also a prokaryotic, right? Pro means, that is important, pro means primitive, and karyotic means nucleus, right? So in prokaryotic, from the word it is clear that primitive nucleus or not a well-defined nucleus is present in the prokaryotic cell, right? This is important difference in the prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Look at the diagram of the prokaryotic cell. The content present in the prokaryotic cell, that is the cytoplasm, and the DNA is present. This is the DNA. Okay, this is the prokaryotic cell. It is given in your book also. Page number, I am going to tell you about the diagram of the prokaryotic cell. Page number 62, figure 5.4. Okay. So ribosomes, nucleoid in place of the nucleus. Nucleoid is present in a prokaryotic cell, right? In prokaryotic cell, nucleoid are there. And now eukaryotic cell, look at here. Eukaryotic cell. I will make the diagram of the eukaryotic cell also. The labelings, first layer is the plasma membrane. Content is present inside the plasma membrane is the nuclear membrane. Then inside, this is the nuclear membrane. This is the cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm, this is the cytoplasm. Then this is nucleolus. First layer is the nuclear membrane. Then nucleoplasm with the fluid content present inside the nucleus. This is the nucleolus, and this is the nucleoplasm. And first layer is the nuclear membrane. Okay, this is the diagram of eukaryotic cell. Okay, now the differences I am going to tell you. First is the size. Size of the cell is generally small, that is 1 to 10 micrometer. First difference, size, that is 1 to 10 micrometer. And here size of the cell is generally large. Okay, here the size is small and eukaryotic cell is large. And 5 to 100 micrometer. Now second one is the nucleus. Nucleus is absent. As you know that in prokaryotic cell means primitive nucleus, right? The primitive nucleus is there. If a nucleus is present, then primitive nucleus. Otherwise nucleus is absent. Second difference is about the chromosome. Single chromosome is present in prokaryotic cell, single chromosome, and in eukaryotic more than one chromosome. Number third is about the nucleolus, right? So in prokaryotic cell you will see that nucleolus is absent. Nucleolus. And here in place of nucleolus, nucleus is present. Right? Nucleus is present. Now number 4 difference is about the membrane bound cell organelles are absent in prokaryotic cell. Membrane bound cell organelles are absent, whereas here cell organelles are present. For example, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, Golgi bodies, these all are present in the eukaryotic cell. Now last difference is about the cell division. Okay, cell division takes place by the fission, right? Cell division by fission or budding. Whereas in eukaryotic cell division occurs by mitotic or meiosis. That I am going to tell you. Cell division by mitotic or meiosis. Okay, so that much you have to learn it and read it and make notes properly. Okay students, thank you so much to all of you.